Back to Minjee on the par 3-7.
Just simply one of the best ball strikers on the tour. Defending champion here this week. And today, it's a front right pin on 7.
Just tell she hung back, didn't she, there? She just hung back on her right side, turned up face over. Maybe understandable when you've got water down that right-hand side. The posters on the side of the gate coming into the golf course. Hayran knew it was "Keep Fighting" was the slogan that they used for her. Down the hill for Minjee Lee.
Herjin Choi, the other one, the World Queen. A big poster on the way in.
Ginny Him had one as well. That they just called her Ginny. That was their little nickname for her. And we'll see it over the weekend. It's quite amazing. They come out, obviously you were saying, it's about the colours as well, just to get off to a solid start so all those fans are on your side. It's a lot of pressure, I think, for the Koreans in these events, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. They all look forward to getting back here every year, but a lot of expectations on them. Now, for Minjee, well, we saw last week how many... She couldn't buy a putt last week. She needs to be able to turn this putting around. She gives herself so many opportunities. So just staying there at -2 through 6 holes. Still good going.
6 players currently at 5 under par. Interestingly, Ash Buhai, the leader, is actually...
You can see.
Minjee Lee has fans all over the world. This is her tee shot at 8.
Just aim it over the top of that left bunker. Now just needs to get it out onto the fairway, which she does. Rolls back in, so that'll be absolutely fine for Minjee Lee.
Really want to be taking advantage out here.
There's a bunker that sits 80 short of the flag, so you just want to make sure you carry all of that.
Effortless power, isn't it, with Minjee Lee? Gets it out there a long way.
Beautiful golf swing, just a gorgeous striker of the ball, and when she's on fire, she absolutely knocks the flag stick.
Years ago, who used to hit flagstick after flagstick. Well, Hayran used just the modern day version of it. Number 1 and number 2 ball strikers on the LPGA Tour here. And players playing it up this week. They've had a very, very hot summer, not just here in Korea, but certainly all throughout Asia. Ground staff have done a wonderful job getting this course in order for this championship.
It's got 80 yards pin, but it's going to play a couple up here on 8. It's grabbed herself a lob wedge, hit a nice one into the 5th hole, looking for something similar here, Minjee Lee. Like that. These girls are good. The closest to the pin comp was won there by Minjee Lee.
That's pretty spectacular.
But these greens, you aren't getting a lot of spin. It's very much target golf, which, considering how big they are, that's what you want. Greens that are 52 yards long with release, spin. Oh, you know, you could be getting the wrong club. Whereas you speak to the caddies and they're like, look, it just drops and stops.
Minjee Lee, excellent third shot in here. Oh, you don't mark that, do you, Minjee? No.
She may be looking at see if there's a little bit of mud or anything on the ball, but very good birdie. Spectacular shot in by Minjee. Nice start.
Back at 9, Minjee Lee.
Oh, Minjee can get in that bunker. It's 262 yards, but plays 10 downhill. Down the right-hand side, avoiding the bunker on the left, but that will create an angle to that bowl of a pin on 9.
Just might find she has the ball slightly above her feet there on that shot. You can see what a beautiful day is. Minjee's got the umbrella up.
Like, yeah, just off.
It's the other side of the fairway for Minjee.
Love that little graphic. Good lie.
Yeah, she can certainly get into the back of the ball, can't she? It's teed up. Should be no issue. Wedge for Minjee. Did you see the difference in release coming from that rough compared to Lydia's that was coming from the fairway?
Birdie putt down the hill for Minjee Lee. Oh, nicely at -3. Come on, Ranger, come. A fraction more pace on that. She had the line, but when you're coming downhill, it's hard to really commit to it. So just a par for Minjee, but it is a solid start.
Well, if that would have gone in for the short game, so hey, look, they're all going to say to her, it's the hangover. Chill out, you know, go out there and
enjoy
it tomorrow. The game doesn't leave you in a few days. Minjee also going with driver.
Enthusiastic crowd. That's perfect from Minjee.
There's a good chance if that gallery is following this trio for all 18 holes, you'll hear that after every single shot.
Run on as well. Greens are very firm underneath, and that's run all the way off the back.
Well, I think that really highlights the difference between a draw and a fade ball flight, how much quicker that fade stops. Can you fault her swing at all?
Yeah, ball than turf, and just how much that she gets onto her left side, doesn't she? She's
played a nice shot in, but with that little bit of draw, the firmness of the greens just could not get it to check, and it's run all the way off the back. So needs something special here, which Minjee does. To be a par for Minjee Lee. Very interesting hole. Plenty of room out there, but you can see some pretty substantial bunkers in front of Minjee Lee. Got to plot your way around them.
Once again, reaching out for the tee. So 56 yards long this green, just slightly longer than average. Here we go, Sophie.
what I like about that is how she pulls that left hip up through the ball. So we talk about vertical ground force. She pushes it down into the ground, then
Minjee Lee from the centre of the fairway here on 11. Just playing for position. These players all have a number that they like to hit into the greens, so they'll have worked out where they need to hit to that second shot so that they've got a number that they like going into the flag.
It did the right thing here, whacked it down the right-hand side to open up that left pin we've spoken about. It's Brad Beach trying to give some information. How good she's been with this lob wedge today. She's at 2 in a row close on the front 9. Perfect yardage for this is just inside 90 yards. Wants to keep it right of this flag because it will fall. This is gap wedge then from 104. Don't be above the hole here.
Yes, that was trying to work its way back, but didn't get any run down there. That is going to be quick.
Right to left in it for Minjee.
And you can see how where the pin is on that right-hand side. We'll come back to that. Let's run down as we watch Minjee Lee tee shot on 12. 414 yards. That has started a long way out to the right-hand side. And it's okay. Don't know, might have been holding her breath a little bit there.
See those red pegs there? They're only 10 yards right of Minjee's golf ball. That's actually the perfect angle to be coming.
To be aware of not trying to feel like, well, push it too much because you've played well here in the past. And obviously, you never want to have, great shot there, too much expectation either. You still got to play the day as it is.
How differently is the golf course playing compared to last year?
I think it's pretty similar. You know, the ball's not traveling very far and the fairways are pretty damp, so yeah, I think the conditions are pretty similar.
One thing that we...
The door, and then just came around to the table, had a conversation with everybody, checked if we're all okay and the meal's fine, and just say whatever you want, just carry on ordering. And you know, for her to do that and host us all, it was very, very cool.
Any suggestions on the local delicacies from...
We went for
Lydia?
Korean barbecue, so you can't go wrong. And I'm a South African, so I love steak.
Yeah, it's amazing how many players will say that this is one of their favourite stops of the year.
I'll move that tee forward, of course, at some stage, put this green in range. We'll go back to the 13th with Minjee Lee. Going along nicely today at -3. Settle. Again, ball lands firmly. You can see the big slope on that green. It sits right to left. Pretty good result.
It's just so hard getting it pin high. It's Minjee at 13, birdie putt, currently -3.
There should be quite a bit of left to right in this putt. Come on, Ranger, come. Quite that much. Had good pace on it. Just allowed a little too much.
She can hit 6-iron here. That's a good number for the Aussie.
Releasing out, but still a good shot. Minjee Lee just hits that tight little...
2 under par for her today.
Good tee shot behind the hole here at 14 for Minjee Lee, a chance to go -4.
Down the hill, right to left, then it'll come left to right at the end. Change for her this year. Came into the season and changed all 14 clubs in her bag, and she's spoken about, you know, having to adapt to that. And then last week she played nicely in China. She teed it up in Korea at an angle and kind of getting slidey and stuck.
Minjee Lee, the last of these 3 players. A little further down the right-hand side. Going right across. Just that draw that she has.
I'll tell you what, it shows you how far Hei-Ran Yu can hit it, doesn't it? Because we saw Ronnie Yin short of that bunker. We've now seen Minjee Lee. Ooh. That face is a bit open there, isn't it, through impact?
Both feet off the ground as well, up on her tiptoes.
Penny Shin has broken out of that log jam in second, 7 under par.
And we saw Minjee hit a couple of big shots here. That was just to the right of the flag. Come on, run it out. Decent result. Has that for birdie.
Week after Japan in order to try and shore up her tour card, and that's going to be a massive week. There's so many players that are outside the bubble that are going to Hawaii. That was originally earlier on in the year, and they've put it back to suit the schedule, travelling from Asia back to America, that way around the world.
Now this is a birdie putt for Minjee Lee to go to -4 after coming just pin high off the right-hand side. No problem there. So Minjee picks up another birdie.
It's the par 5s that you know, she just eats for dinner, doesn't she? It's been a while since she's made a birdie, but look at that today. She's made a birdie on 8 and 15, and her length, her ball striking, that's what for Minjee. She'll be going with 9 iron.
I like the way Minjee's playing today, except she didn't like that little bug that was on her. Just interesting, you're talking about her picking up the par 5s. Last week was bizarre for Minjee. She bogeyed 5 par 5s, had 5 6s on her card. That was just extraordinary.
Going for a 1 here on 16.
It's another good shot. Lydia Ko, Minjee Lee, both 4 under par, and they've done it easily today, haven't they?
I think it was crucial for Minjee early in the day to hole a couple of good putts from that 20-25 feet range. In play for the second with that front left flag. Minjee Lee opting for a 3-wood here, just to keep yourself obviously on the fairway, but a little bit shorter off the tee, which makes your second shot shorter and opens up a left pin.
It's a beautiful swing from Minjee Lee. That is in a very good position in a flatter part of this fairway. Gives herself a good angle in.
Wonder if we'll see Lydia's. She'll always find a pitch mark, just head towards the pin. 9 iron for Minjee. 139.
Just landing a little more softly there, and then they'll take the decent walk up to where Lydia Ko is.
Taught for a long time by Aussie coach Richie Smith. Look at the start line of that golf ball. I get that. 2 inches right of the pin.
A fair chance she will be after this week as well. Now Minjee, 30 at 17.
Left to right, uphill. After it. She's put some good strokes on those putts today. Seen a few drop.
You know what I think's underrated about her game is her attitude. She just gets on with it, whether it's birdie, bogey, double, eagle, same attitude, same composure, walks to the next.
Yes, there's a lot to be learned by watching someone like Minjee. It's like virtually what's done's done.
I love the
Move on.
fact that like her and her brother, they're opposites. Are basically with Lydia, she picked it up too steep going back, and the face was just closed too much.
The beautiful swing of Minjee Lee. That is safely down the fairway, which you will always expect from Minjee.
Remember, she had that quite precise pre-shot routine,
Yeah,
didn't she, before
seems
she
to have
took
gone.
it back? Like really picked it up, did Ko. Look at that change of direction there. And getting that right elbow to touch your waist, like inside your waist, while still rotating. But I think she's a player that gets more on her left side through the...
Eighth.
Didn't hit the pin though.
All
Come on,
right.
Minj.
Come on, hit the hole, hit the flag. Almost dunked it in the playoff here last year.
Pitching wedge. Well, she had the accuracy. You blame the caddy for the distance, right? Only joking.
Just jumped on the bag at Minjee Lee midway through last year. So on the bag for all 7.
Minjee's going to be the first to go. Coming up the hill, left to right. Come on, keep going.
Looking good.
How often does she do that? Good putts, but just doesn't quite get the read, or so many slide by. Still a good round of golf from Minjee Lee, 67.
And another player bogey free.
And I think whenever you come in as a defending champion, you see your name and your photo everywhere. You want to